Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the intriguing and often dark aspects of history. Today, we have a spine-chilling topic to explore: the top 7 disturbing treatments doctors lied about in history. Throughout the ages, medical professionals have experimented with unconventional and sometimes deceitful treatments, leaving a haunting legacy. Join us as we uncover the unsettling truth behind these treatments and shed light on the dark chapters of medical history. Number 1. Lobotomy. Continuing our exploration of disturbing treatments doctors lied about in history, we delve deeper into the dark and tragic practice of lobotomy. In the early 20th century, doctors deceitfully promoted lobotomy as a solution for various mental illnesses and behavioral disorders. Patients were led to believe that lobotomy could alleviate their suffering and improve their quality of life. However, the reality was far from the promised cure. Lobotomy involved surgically severing or damaging neural connections in the brain, causing irreversible damage and often leading to a range of debilitating side effects. Patients experienced personality changes, loss of cognitive function, emotional blunting, and diminished capacity to lead fulfilling lives. This invasive procedure left a lasting legacy of pain and suffering for those subjected to it. Fortunately, the medical community eventually recognized the unethical and harmful nature of lobotomy, leading to its abandonment as a treatment. The tragedy of lobotomy stands as a stark reminder of the importance of evidence-based medicine, informed consent, and ethical practices in healthcare. By examining the disturbing history of lobotomy, we are reminded of the responsibility we have as a society to ensure that medical treatments are grounded in rigorous research, compassion, and a commitment to the well-being of patients. Number 2. Electroconvulsive therapy, ECT. Moving forward, we delve into the controversial history of electroconvulsive therapy, commonly known as ECT. Doctors misled patients by claiming it was a safe and effective treatment for mental disorders. However, ECT involved inducing seizures through electrical currents passed through the brain, leading to memory loss, cognitive impairment, and physical trauma. The true risks and long-term effects were often downplayed or concealed. Number 3. Conversion therapy. Moving forward on our list of disturbing treatments doctors lied about in history, we shine a light on the deeply troubling practice of conversion therapy. Doctors falsely claimed that they could cure individuals of their sexual orientation or gender identity through psychological and sometimes even physical methods. Conversion therapy operated on the false premise that being LGBT+ was a mental disorder or a moral failing. Patients, often coerced or forced into these treatments, endured psychological abuse, aversion therapy, and harmful practices aimed at changing their fundamental identities. It is important to emphasize that conversion therapy has been widely discredited and condemned by leading medical and psychological associations. The truth is that sexual orientation and gender identity are innate and cannot and should not be changed. Thankfully, there has been a growing recognition of the harmful nature of conversion therapy, and many countries and states have taken steps to ban these practices. This is a significant stride towards protecting the rights and well-being of LGBTQ+ individuals. The history of conversion therapy serves as a stark reminder of the importance of affirming and supporting individuals in their authentic identities. It is crucial that we continue to challenge discrimination and promote acceptance, understanding, and equal rights for all, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. Number 4. Radithor. Moving on, we uncover the shocking story of Radithor, a radioactive tonic marketed as a cure-all in the early 20th century. Doctors deceitfully promoted Radithor, claiming it could boost energy and vitality. However, Radithor contained radioactive elements like radium, which had severe health consequences. Consumers unknowingly exposed themselves to radiation poisoning, leading to devastating illnesses and even death. Number 5. Forced sterilization. Moving on, we uncover the deeply disturbing history of forced sterilization, a practice that doctors and institutions deceitfully justified as a means to improve society. Under the influence of eugenic ideologies, individuals were subjected to sterilization procedures without their informed consent. Forced sterilization targeted marginalized communities, including people with disabilities, minorities, and those deemed unfit, according to biased and flawed criteria. This unethical and coercive practice violated basic human rights and perpetuated discrimination and social inequality. The devastating consequences of forced sterilization extended beyond the immediate physical harm. Individuals were robbed of their reproductive autonomy, their right to build families, and their dignity. It is essential to confront this dark chapter in history and learn from it. We must ensure that reproductive rights are protected, consent is upheld, and discrimination is actively challenged. By acknowledging the horrors of forced sterilization and advocating for reproductive justice, we strive to build a society that values bodily autonomy, diversity, and equality. It is our collective responsibility to create a world where every individual is respected and free from such inhumane practices. Number 6. Raiden water therapy. Next, we uncover the unsettling truth behind Raiden water therapy, a misguided treatment popular in the early 20th century. Doctors falsely claimed that drinking or bathing in Raiden-infused water could cure various ailments. However, exposure to Raiden, a radioactive gas, posed severe health risks, including an increased risk of cancer. Patients unknowingly subjected themselves to radiation poisoning in the name of medical treatment. Number 7. Chemical restraints. Our final disturbing treatment exposes the dark reality of chemical restraints, a practice where doctors mislead the public by using powerful sedatives and drugs to control the behavior of psychiatric patients, often without their informed consent. Under the guise of medical treatment, patients were subjected to the administration of potent medications that had induced sedation, immobilization, and often resulted in a zombified state. Chemical restraints violated the fundamental principles of medical ethics, as patients were stripped of their agency, dignity, and autonomy. The misuse and overuse of these medications perpetuated a cycle of dependence and further marginalized vulnerable individuals. Thankfully, there has been a significant shift in psychiatric care, with increased awareness of the harm caused by chemical restraints. The focus has shifted towards patient-centered approaches, promoting autonomy, consent, and the exploration of alternative treatments. The history of chemical restraints serves as a stark reminder of the importance of upholding human rights, informed consent, and the need for compassionate, evidence-based care in the field of mental health. By learning from these dark chapters in medical history, we are called to advocate for ethical practices, respect for individual rights, and the continuous improvement of mental health care systems worldwide. Let us work together towards a future where all patients receive the compassionate, dignified care they deserve. And there you have it, the top 7 disturbing treatments doctors lied about in history. These unethical and deceptive practices serve as reminders of the importance of evidence-based medicine, ethical conduct, and patient-centered care. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. Let us know in the comments if there are any other disturbing historical topics you'd like us to explore. Remember, by learning from the mistakes of the past, we can strive for a future where healthcare is rooted in compassion, honesty, and the pursuit of genuine well-being.